Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Build Around. Today I'm going to be building around two Blessed Curse cards. They're not both Blessed Curse, but they are in a way. So we have Lucky Penny. If you don't know what Lucky Penny is, it's a 2-cost exceptional asset. It's an item, charm, and cursed. Takes up the accessory slot. When you reveal a Blessed or Cursed token during a skill test you're performing, flip a coin. On a heads, treat that token as blessed. On a tails, treat it as a cursed. If you treat a blessed token as a cursed token as a result of this effect, draw one card. Joining parallel Wendy Adams, who have never played before, we have Father Mateo, who's playing with a Paradoxical Covenant. This one's pretty simple. After your investigator, your location performs a reveal chaos token step of a skill test. If both a blessed and a cursed token were revealed during this test, exhausted, this test automatically succeeds. It does not become an Elder Sign, but just automatically succeeds. Onyx! Subscribe for 4 months. Thank you so much. We really appreciate that. Welcome to the Golden Table, and I hope you're enjoying your time staying at the Golden Table. So, I have the Wendy Adams. The parallel currently is designed to play around Blessed and Cursed. I'm not set on that yet. We're going to kind of see how this is going to go. So, Father Mateo's deck building, he can have Blessed cards 0 to 3. So I'm pretty sure we can grab this Blessing of Isis as well. Which are probably, it's probably worth the time. I'm going to put it in the side deck right now. We have to kind of figure out what we're going to be doing. Let's look at the Blessed cards for our friend Father Mateo. Let's see outside of his colors. The Eye of Djinn. Okay. So your basic ability to 5. If a Blessed token is revealed during this test, ready it. If a Cursed token, you can be taking additional action. Okay. Yeah, someone's going to be doing curse spells for sure. That's definitely the route we're going here. So we got, I know there's a lot of stuff here, but I want to look. Man, these guys also got a lot of stuff. Shrine of Mirage. Do we just triple dip? Signum Crucis. All these Blessed and Cursed cards I've never played. We don't want to remove the Cursed tokens. We want the Cursed tokens to stay. Unless, of course, we go all in on Bless. We go all in on Bless and we just have Lucky Penny to turn those Blessed tokens potentially into Cursed tokens. Wouldn't that be fun? But that goes against what Paradoxical Covenant is all about. So, probably not. I think what's probably going to happen, if I have to wager, Wendy is going to be Cursed. And Father Mateo is going to be Blessed. Ticketoys in the bustling metropolis of Edmonton today? What the frick? I'm in Edmonton today. What the heck's going on? This is wild. Unless there's multiple Edmontons in the world, which is probably very likely. But I would also describe Edmonton as a bustling metropolis. Yeah, so one of them needs to be our fighter and one of them needs to be our clover. I think generally, I mean, they can both also kind of flex, right? Like, they can both also kind of flex. But let's first figure out the Blessed side of this deck, and let's figure out this Paradoxical Covenant. So we can grab, I mean, Spirit of Humanities are probably worth the time here. I'm visiting for my friend's wedding. That's awesome. That's so sick. That's cool. Yeah, I'm gonna put these in the side deck. We're gonna be putting a lot of stuff in the side deck. Spirit of Humanity is obviously very good because it puts curse tokens in as well. So if we're trying to do Paradoxical Covenant, Spirit of Humanity is probably worth the time. And I think that's probably good. Go to level 0. Glimmer of Hope, Keep Faith. Keep Faith will just kind of live down here. We probably aren't going to run Keep Faith. We're definitely not running Predestined. Seeker, they probably have no Blessed cards. Look at that. Guardian, we have a bunch. There's Tempt Fate, which is very likely going to live in both of the decks. We're just going to put it in the side deck for right now and get back to the Blessed. Because we're investigating. We're trying to figure out exactly what we want to do. Don't need that. This is a kill spell, which is probably worth running if we're gonna be flexing. Holy Rosary is probably also gonna make it into the deck, but we're still just gonna be putting things in the side deck right now. Let's look at the 0 cards. Book of Psalms, Hallowed Mirror, Rite of Sanctification. So we have got to prioritize Blessed and Cursed Generation. So Spirit of Humanity is going to make it into this deck without question. That's definitely what we want. I think the Tempt Fates are also good enough. They'll last the entire time. I do think the Keep Faith, not so much. The Keep Faiths are not so much. I think the Tempt Fates are going to live in both decks, because they're just good. Eucatastrophe is blessed, isn't it? Yeah, it is. It's a good card. Eucatastrophe is pretty good. Pretty good. I don't know if we're going to run it, but we're going to at least... Alright, so... Oh, resource generation. We have David, obviously. We have, as well, Favor of the Moon. This also does, that also does generate resources. We can also run Favor of the Sun as well. Basically just be like, hey, we want this to happen. Okay. We're going to need spells. Man, this is so expensive. Favor of the Moon and Favor of the Sun are kind of just really good with Paradoxical. Yeah, but I mean, like, I know I'm building around Paradoxical, but when I can just instead run Ancient Covenant and just turn one Favor of the Sun into an auto pass. Because we're building around Paradoxical autofail token. We're building around it. That is the goal of this one. We're going to be building around this Blessed Curse thing. I think it's going to be more commonly used on Wendy over here. Wendy, so parallel Wendy, she has built-in enemy management, right? It doesn't look like it on this card here, but basically, after successfully evade a non-elite enemy, seal either a Blessed or a Cursed token from the Chaos bag, or any Blessed or Cursed token revealed from the Chaos bag during this test on that enemy. So she has built-in enemy management on her card. So I think we're going to be a little bit boring, and we're going to run Peter Sylvester's. Just because, like, it's the way to go. It's really good. It's really good if we can do that. She can also, she'll be running some Armageddons, I think. We'll run 2 of them. Let's get some track shoes. We'll start with a 1 of. We might go up to 2. A 1 of counterbalances the other Lucky Penny, though, which is nice. I think we're going to try her just on Cursed. You still need Favor of whatever to reliably have the tokens to play if that's your goal. Can't you just, like, if you evade them, you just pull them from the bag? After he successfully evades, seal either one from the chaos bag. It doesn't need to be one revealed from the test. You just need to succeed. Because you can just pull from the bag. I think because, like, he needs the tokens to do this. But there's not always enemies. Okay, then we investigate with Father Mateo, and Wendy draws cards and sets up, right? I don't think that's not an issue. I don't think that's an issue at all. She's also a survivor, so we can run a Look What I Found. Right? That's easy. We don't have that copy of the card. We have the revised core. And I mean, we're also a survivor, so give me some luckies. Let's do it the old-fashioned way. We're going to start with the level 0s and see what happens. But let's look at Cursed now. Let's look at some of the things that we can tap into that are in other colors. Deep Knowledge. We can just run Stirring Up Trouble. That's definitely worth it. Like, that's incredibly worth it. Stygian Eye. I'm actually watching Travis play a Cursed Amanda deck, and he's having a great time with the Stygian Eye and Gaze of Orax, which deals pretty consistently 3 damage. It's pretty consistent with that. I mean, over here, if we're going to be building around, Paradoxical Covenant, we have to play Priest of Two Faiths, right? That's like what we have to do. Wendy probably wants a Covenant too. Wendy will get her Covenant. Wendy has tons of time to find her Covenant. I don't know exactly which one it's going to be, but Wendy is going to find her Covenant eventually. We could play a Charisma and a copy of Tristan Botley. We do need to grab some stuff while we're here. We're going to need a Faustian Bargain. That solves a good chunk of Mateo's money problem. We're going to grab the Deep Knowledge as well. We just gotta, right? We just have to. Okay. I'm confident. I do think that Cursed is the best choice for Wendy Adams. I do think that Cursed is the good choice for Parallel Wendy. When I did my theory crafting, the Cursed deck was the one I was the most confident about. Okay. Let's go back to this Cursed thing. Let's think a bit about Tristan Botley again. Oh yeah, there's also... Is Promise of Power cursed? It is, because it has cursed tokens. Man, this deck basically builds itself, doesn't it? It kind of just, like, does it. It's like, put in all of the good cursed cards, because they're all above power, and then throw a lucky penny in for fucking fun. It's kind of just simple. There is a case as well for Favor of the Moon. So let's run 2 of them. I think let's also have some fun. Let's run a Charisma. Let's run a Tristan Botley. We're going to start with a 1 of Tristan Botley and see what happens. And your chat's going to look at me like I'm crazy. But we're going to play 2 copies of Token of Faith. Oh, favors are unique. Okay, yeah. No, in that case, we're going to leave them to Father Mateo. No, thank you. Because we actually also gotta do our covenant. Token of Faith, I'm going to just say it. The card is actually good. I thought it was bad, but Token of Faith is actually a good card. We're not playing Reestrat. Thanks for being here, though. Okay, we want a Covenant. Oh, it just doesn't exist, huh? Okay. It's probably, we want, realistically, the Blasphemous Covenant's probably best. It is good if you're running curses, most certainly. It's good if you're not running curses. Like, it's just a good card. Like, if someone's running a Faustian Bargain, your Token of Faith is probably worth it. Yeah, it's probably Blasphemous, right? And we have one experience left in our pocket. The Hungering Blade, of course. Okay. Oh, my cat wants to come in. Okay. The Synergy event. Call for backup. It's cost 2 experience. Burn After Reading is 1 experience. To the moon. That's an easy choice. We'll just run Burn After Reading. Yeah, that's just what you do. If you're playing a standalone and you can run Burn After Reading, run Burn After Reading. Alright, now we need to round out our deck. So let's get some skill cards, probably. Hello, Russ. Let's get an Unexpected Courage. Yeah, come on up. Come on. Faye is too good for Cursed Wendy. Faye would be good. What can we cut for Faye? Yeah, go up, buddy. Do your thing. I mean, we realistically can lose the Relic Hunter and the Token of Faith and go into 2 Fays. Because then we can get an extra Burn After Reading. While Token of Faith is very good and would do very good in this deck, I do think that Fae is just probably generally better. Because they're also... It's generally better in this combination as well, because we can use it for Father Mateo's stuff as well. Let's see what our curve is looking like. Let's look there. Curve is pretty okay. I don't think we need an emergency cache. Probably not needed to do a backpack. We have to find the lucky penny, so maybe like just in the spirit of the game we grab the backpack, but I don't think that's like ultimately worth it. We don't have anything in our hand slots. Okay. We could run Flashlight. We're not going to run Grimm's Fairy Tale, even though she's in the art. Russ, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? Oh, no, we'll run 2 copies of Old Keyring. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I could run just another copy of Track Shoes. And there's our 30 cards. I think that's a pretty alright deck. Is it really built around Lucky Penny is the question? I mean, I think it's built around curse tokens and Lucky Penny is here. Like, you know what would probably... Yeah, hi, buddy. What would probably make it more built around... It probably would realistically be more built around Lucky Penny if we switch this to a Paradoxical Covenant. So... You get to... Russ, you're going to fucking kill yourself. So you're going to get 2 Paradoxical Covenants for the price of 1. That's what we're going to do today. Lucky Penny is definitely there. Yeah, but we want to take advantage of Lucky Penny. And I do think that Paradoxical Covenant takes more advantage of it. Tristan Botley also takes advantage of it. I think that's a good time. All right. Over here with Father Mateo, enjoy my cat just jumping all across the place. He's just jumping from shelf to shelf and having a great time. Okay, he took the favor of the moons and the favor of the suns. So he's going to run those. Yes, Russ, you're a cat and everyone loves you. We need to get clues. And I think... Well, we're going to run an emergency cache. My cat's stressing me out. He's stressing me out. Okay. We want more economy, so that's just an Uncage the Soul. That's an easy choice. Who do you want our ally to be? Let's look at the blessed stuff again. Hello, Russ. Everyone loves you. Is Nethys? No, she's not blessed. Or maybe she is, but she's level 4. Absolute tragedy. Absolute tragedy. We're gonna run 1 copy of Eye of Chaos. Ooh, this takes up an arcane slot, huh? Ooh, okay, okay. We're gonna go to a 1 of Spirit of Humanity. All right. Man, this is going to be a hungry deck. This is going to be a hungry deck on resources. Yeah, I'm eating all the Arkham DB bandwidth right now. They're like, we can't contain these decks. So, that's my bad, chat. That's my bad. Okay. I'm playing a purple deck, so there's no way I'm not playing Promise of Power, just so everybody knows. So I saw some people in chat saying Jacob Morrison. That ain't a bad choice. That ain't a bad choice. I also saw someone in chat saying Olive. Also not a bad choice. They both cost 3, right? Olive costs 2. I do think Jacob is a bit more fun. But we also have this Priest of Two Faiths. We can go to a 1 of Jacob. We can go to a 1 of Jacob. I think that's fine. Because if Jacob's in play, we want Jacob to stay in play. And I mean, like, going back to our clue getting spells, we want more than just Eye of Chaos, and Sixth Sense is just, like, too good. So we're going to go 1 and 1. And then we're going to do, I think, a word of command. Maybe not. Let's cost 2. The economy's so hard. Nicosi is another possibility. Nicosi is a good possibility. He costs 4, though. I think we're going to go... We'll go with Jacob. I think we'll go with Jacob. Alright, we need some sort of something to get our brain better. We can run like this. I think Blessing of Ice isn't going to make it. I'm going Sign Magic 1. 0, sorry. I'm looking at just for an extra spell slot to hold our things. We can go to a 1 of Spirit of Humanity, probably. We just don't have great card draw. But you know what helps card draw? Sacrifice. Could do Eye of the Djinn. Puts our book up to 5. Puts our fist up to 5. Allows us to basically be a jack of all trades, right? We don't have the experience for it right now, but we do if we drop a Spirit of Humanity. Yeah, Amina's ability is gonna bust Mystic decks wide open. There's just so much. Like, it was already fine with all the tricks that Mystics had, and now, like, then also with all the Doom control cards, it's going to be even easier to just get pure value out of her ability all the time. It's going to be a little bit gross. Alright, are we too experience hungry on things we don't need experience on? Because I think this deck, I'm going to just say it right now, I think this deck is bad. I think this deck right here is bad. It is a Mateo deck? No, I don't think... Mateo has nothing to do with it. Mateo has nothing to do with it. It's this chunk of the page. There's just too much happening. We go 2 Eye of Chaos. Uncage the Soul just goes up in value. I can run 1 Spirit of Humanity. That's already looking a little bit juicier. Cut Favor of the Moon and pass it to Wendy? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think the Wendy deck's really good. I think the Wendy deck is nice. There's no experience I want to cut in this deck. There's absolutely none of it. All the experience is exactly where I want it to be here. Now, where do we go from here? Eye of Chaos, happy fun time. Spirit of Humanity, happy fun time. Emergency Cash, happy fun time. Favor of the Moon gives us the ability to get resources as well. Radiant Smite, I'm sorry, you did not make the cut. Okay. I guess we just round out everything else, huh? Like, that's kind of just it. That's kind of just it. So, it is time to play the Mystic game, which is add all of the other cards that are good in Mystic, which is like a good chunk of them. We can run this Ward of Radiance as well, probably. Don't know if we need to. We're not really scared of the Mythos deck here, but I mean, we're still going to run a Ward of Protection. Okay. Yeah. Do you want some skills? Probably. We're going to grab a Read the Signs. We're going to run it as a 1 of, I think. And then I think we grab an Unexpected Courage, maybe? Then we're going to run Unexpected Courage. Could be wrong, but I feel like the decks are heavier on curses than blesses. Maybe Keep Faith is worth it. You know, it might be. The problem is Keep Faith is expensive. You know what we'll do? We'll hedge our bets. We'll lose the Read the Signs and we'll run a Keep Faith. But I think that's a fair fair thought. Okay. Well, let's give these decks one more look over. I do think that we're moving a bunch of stuff out of this. I'm not like obviously we're playing these decks for fun. This is like, it's like legitimately like stress testing these decks out. I do think that ultimately though it's probably going to be okay. I do think that this deck's kind of wild. This deck's going to be good. This deck's going to be a good time. Prophetic would also help. I mean, we could legitimately, if we wanted Prophetic, we could kill Jacob Morrison. We could, like, shoot him in the head. Right? Is that a better time? But I mean, like, if we're going to run Prophetic, we're also then going to put, we're going to put, Read the Signs back in. I think we just have to let it go. We just have to let it go, and we're going to just have to play these decks. I'm also trying something new for everyone on YouTube who might not know, who might not have seen these other ones. I'm actually going to end the video here. I'm going to be separating the deck building and the gameplay side of these videos. So in the afternoon today, or if you're watching this on like some day beyond the day it came out, you can find a link in the description to the next video, which will be the gameplay video if you want to see these decks in action. But in the meantime, have a great one. Thanks for watching, and as always, a GG's.